The news is destroying your IQ. This sentence sounds dramatic, maybe even exaggerated. But psychologists say that consuming too much negative news really can reduce your ability to think clearly. When your brain is under constant stress, it cannot make good decisions. It becomes tired, distracted, and reactive. So here is the question: what happens to the people who decide to stop watching the news completely? Some think these people are uninformed or careless. Others believe they are simply lazy. But the truth is much more interesting. The psychology of people who refuse to watch the news shows something important about how modern life affects the human mind. How the news became a source of stress. For many years, the news was the main window into the world. It told you what happened in your country, your city, and the world outside your home. But with time, something changed. The news became louder, darker, and more emotional. It stopped informing and started frightening. Because fear gets more attention. And attention is the main currency in today's world. So people who still watch the news often feel stressed, angry, or helpless. They carry that emotional weight through the day. Their mind is always preparing for something bad. This is one reason why some people simply say, "Enough." A personal story. Daniel's turning point. One man named Daniel shared his experience in a psychology study. He said that after watching the news every evening, he always felt a pressure in his chest. He stopped sleeping well. He woke up thinking about disasters, crimes, and political conflicts. He felt the world was falling apart. But he also noticed something strange. Nothing in his personal life was wrong. His family was fine. His work was stable. His home was safe. The chaos existed mainly on his screen. After years of stress, he decided to stop watching the news completely, and 2 months later, he felt like a different person. People who refuse the news are more self-aware than you think. This decision might look extreme, but psychologists say that people like Daniel often show strong emotional intelligence. They know their limits. They understand how certain information affects their mental health. They see that news stories repeat the same themes: crisis, conflict, danger. After some time, they ask themselves, if the same stories appear again and again, does watching them actually make my life better? People who refuse to watch the news often think deeper and slower. They protect their attention. They choose calm conversations, long thoughts, and mindful living. They believe the world is already noisy, so adding more noise does not help. They are not disconnected. They choose different sources. Many people believe that those who avoid the news are disconnected. But in reality, they still know what is happening in the world. They just choose different ways of learning. They listen to friends. They read long articles instead of fast headlines. They ask questions. They prefer understanding over reacting. They want clarity, not panic. This behavior is connected to something called information boundaries. People with strong boundaries choose what enters their mind. They protect their mental space from overload. The psychology of helplessness and breaking free from it. Another deep reason for avoiding the news is the feeling of helplessness. When people watch the news, they see problems they cannot solve and tragedies they cannot stop. This constant exposure makes them feel powerless. This feeling is dangerous. It reduces motivation and damages emotional stability. When people remove this negativity from their daily life, they suddenly feel calmer and more in control. They focus on what they can influence. They direct their energy to family, hobbies, learning, and personal goals. They build a more peaceful inner world where thoughts grow instead of collapsing. A mind protected from noise thinks more clearly. Some psychologists say that people who stop watching the news have higher resilience. They recover faster from emotional stress. They feel more satisfaction because their days are no longer full of fear-based stories. Critics call this behavior irresponsible. But being informed does not mean consuming every headline. It means understanding the world in a way that does not destroy your mind. Imagine standing beside a waterfall. The noise is constant and heavy. You cannot think because the sound never stops. Now imagine taking a few steps back. Everything becomes quieter. You can finally hear your own thoughts. This is exactly what people feel when they stop watching the news. The real question. Refusing to watch the news is not about ignorance. It is about protection. It is about taking back your mind from a system that works hard to keep you afraid, emotional, and engaged. People who make this choice are not weak. They are not passive. They are choosing peace over noise, clarity over chaos, and mental strength over fear. So maybe the real question is not, why do they refuse to watch the news? But rather, why do so many of us continue to watch something that makes our life worse? Maybe one day you will try this choice yourself. And maybe you will discover that a quieter mind thinks sharper than you expect. If this feels a little like your story, share your experience in the comments. Do you still follow the news every day, or did you step away from it? Your perspective might help someone who's struggling with the same thing. This is the if-verse, the place where your mind becomes quieter and your thoughts become sharper. Subscribe. There is so much more to explore. Thank you for watching.